Hi, everyone. This is Tracy from the Fairborn branch of the Greene County Public Library. Today, we're going to talk about another one of our databases. This one is Heritage Hub. It's a little different from the ones we've talked about so far, and then it's a very specific database. So let's go ahead and jump in, shall we? All right. So like everything else, we're going to start on our homepage. Here you can see it's the Greene County Public Library. Move this out of the way for us. There we go. So we're going to go to online resources, history and genealogy. Then if you scroll about halfway down, 3/4 of the way, you'll find Heritage Hub. Okay, so this one's a little different. This one is just specifically for obituaries and death notices in the United States. As you'll learn, it's a little different than some of the ones we've looked at before, but it's still pretty easy to navigate. And if you're looking for obituaries and death notices, this is a great place to start as it has different newspapers available in different time frames. This tends to have more of the more recent stuff that I have found. You can find older stuff, but more current stuff you stand a better chance of finding here. So I know the handouts looked intimidating, but I swear just a bunch of screenshots. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm looking for my family, which was the Deckers. So up here in last names, I'm just going to type in Decker and see what I come up with. You can add first name, middle name, death, year of death if you know it. That's all well and good. First thing we notice is there's almost 60,000 results. I personally do not have the time or the energy to go through 53,000 results. So I'm going to narrow stuff down. We have these little sections over here. We have sort by, date selector, date search, name source, source name, and source location. So you can sort by newest to oldest, oldest to newest. So if you know it's a fairly recent one, I would do newest or best matches. Date selector is a little slide bar that you can use to adjust your time frame to get the correct decade. Time or date search is a little more specific. You can actually just type in the years you're looking for and then hit apply. There's source name. So if you know specifically the paper that it was in that you're looking for, you can type that in. And source location. So if you know where they were, I know my family was in Ohio. So I'm going to scroll down to Ohio, check it, and then hit apply. There's one thing I want to show you that may save you a little time. I'm going to kind of jump around from the notes a little bit. It's further along again, this A to Z resources. If you're in a quick hurry and you just want to see what's available, click that. We'll get into that here in a little bit. So here are our results for Decker, and there's a lot here from 2023, 2024. I'm not really interested in that recent, so I'm going to do oldest to sort by oldest to newest. That way I can get an idea of when they're from. So here are some from the 1840s, 1850s. I'm actually just going to pick one of these at random just because why not? So we've narrowed it down. We're in the right area. We're going to pretend like this is the right person. So we've clicked on it. We can see the article. What we can do is let's look at these toolbars up here. We have zoom in and out, zoom in, make it bigger, zoom out, make it a little smaller. You can see it's like the whole section of the paper. Sometimes it's just a clipping. Sometimes if this is like the full page of like obituaries or death notices, it could be that whole page, or it could just be a picture of an actual clipping. So if you're looking for something specific, you can use your search to highlight what you're looking for, and then it comes up once you hit highlight, and it'll highlight actually where it is on the page, so it's a little easier to find for you. The next thing we have to look at is the information. This is really good for citing your sources, so you can go back and find it again later. So you're not like, where did I find this? Did I already look at this paper? It has the date of publication, the publication, and where it was published and the page that it was on, and also who it's under. So that's good for your citing. And also if you want to go look it up, like on newspapers.com, see what else was in the paper. If it may have been something like a murder and they have the obituary, they may have articles that you need to look up in one of the other databases. You have the option to email to someone. You have the option of just taking a clipping. So like if this is all we want, you can just do your clipping. So you just get the article you need for the whole page, and then you can print it, download it, or save it to your Google Drive. You have the option to print. You can either do the full page or the clipping. If I had the option to do a full page, I kind of like to do a full page and the clipping. That way I can see where it was on the page, what the page looked like. Even though you can't really read it, it gives you an idea of the layout, and a clipping. That way it's a up close picture of what I'm actually trying to get. You have the option to download, again, the full page or the clipping. You have the option to save the article, which I'm going to show you here in just a second. And you have the option to copy the link and send that to somebody. Again, zoom in, zoom out, make it full screen. And then if you need help. Back here to this one, the save article. This is really handy because you have the option to create an account, which it's free to do. It's easy to do, just your name and email address. I'm going to go ahead and log in. And then it's been saved to my articles. And if you look up here in the main toolbar, you'll see new search, A to Z sources, and Tracy's folder. Yours will obviously have your name. And then you have the ability to look at your saved searches or saved articles. These are all the ones that I've saved so far. If you go into it and you find, oh, I read this one, this isn't what I need, you can go ahead and delete it. Again, you have the option for emailing, printing, downloading, and saving it to a specific folder. You can actually make folders, or I haven't done that yet, for different families. So if you're researching your mom's family, you can put all her stuff together. Your dad's family, you can put all that stuff together. You have the ability to save searches. This is useful because stuff is always being added to these databases as they get access to more and more newspapers and things like that. More stuff is being posted. You have save alerts. You can actually create alerts with your email. So if you're looking for a specific person, you can set an alert and find it right away, real quick. It'll actually notify you when something comes in meeting the criteria. So that's also very helpful. Next up, excuse me. Next up, we have this A to Z resource that I talked a little bit about earlier. This is really useful if you're in kind of a hurry and just want to see what do they have. Am I even wasting my time looking for newspapers here? For example, if I was looking for an article in Fairborn, Ohio pops up, I know I'm not going to find anything before 2012 because they don't have it here. Does that mean the paper didn't exist? No, that's just what this database has access to. I was looking for Virginia, newspapers in Virginia. As you scroll down, you can see all the papers that are there or have a VA in them. Let's just do it. Oh, it's a little easier. So these are all the papers that have Ohio in the name. You can see some of them go back pretty far, 1800s, 1816. It tells you the name of the paper, the dates that they have, the location, if it's a type of a newspaper or if it was like a specific college paper, anything like that. It also tells you if it's an image, like it's been scanned, so you'll actually get to see the newspaper, or if someone has transcribed it for you and what language it's in. Let's go back here real quick to all of them. So you can sort by language. There are a few different languages, as you can see, Spanish, English. Format, you can sort if you just want pictures. Type, if you're looking for blogs, newspapers. You can sort by that. Location, dates. I find it helpful if I kind of know, like, I'm looking for the Western Star. It was a newspaper in Lebanon. I can click on it real easily and see that they have them from 2006 to 2012. That's where family was, not the years I need though. So that's helpful if you're in a hurry and you know exactly what you're looking for, or if you want to see, do they have see what is available. And that is basically Heritage Hub. Let me try one more for you. And so we can look through here to give you an idea of kind of what some of these other ones are. If you click here, you see there's like data, family relationships. Sometimes it'll have actual listing of spouse or children, cousins, aunts, uncles, that kind of thing. I'm just going to pick one at random here. You can see this one is not the actual newspaper. This is a text, and it has the just the transcription of it. And then you can change the text size and stuff like that. It'll also read it to you if it's in text form. And it has the citation right here. So hopefully that gives you guys an idea of how to use this database. Again, it's a pretty specific database if you're looking for just death notifications and things like that. This is a good place to start. It's also a good place if you can't find it in some of the other databases that we've talked about. If you guys have any questions, let your librarians know. Have a great day.